What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're going to do another live today. I'm Eric.
I'm Phil.
Yeah, that's Phil. We're going to bust open this brand new bottle of Heaven Hill Green to Glass Wheated, the wheated bourbon. I'm pretty excited about this one, man. Let me, I guess we'll do this.
Start popping and
We'll
pouring.
start popping and, well, when we start popping it.
What's the proof on that?
Proof on this is 121. So
yeah, let it get some air.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little excited about this because I'm a fan of Larceny Barrel Proof, and looking at the content, I think you know the mash bill better than I do, even though it's right here. And I'm not gonna
Well, what you're looking at here is a mash bill that's gonna be, as far as wheated bourbon goes. So you've got your Old Fitz.
Here's your throwing material.
And your Larceny, right? They're wheated, and then they have the Bernheim wheated whiskey. The wheated whiskey is like 51% wheat.
Something like it's up there.
I think the Larceny is around
let's
2021.
Let's have a moment of silence and enjoy this sound. Oh, that was a good one.
So this is, I believe, 35%.
Oh my God, dude, the smell.
So this is a wheated bourbon that's going to fall somewhere between the Old Fitz Larceny Barrel Proof and their wheated whiskey Bernheim.
I am a
wheat
little
content
disappointed. I would like to know, guys, if any of y'all know, let us know, what was the point of them going to a 700 milliliter? I mean,
Well, for this, I don't know why it's 700 milliliters, but that is of note is that it's not your traditional 750 milliliter bottle. It's 700.
Apparently, Jeffrey Job and Job in Triple J is missing a Wild Turkey 12 year. If any of y'all see it or have found it, let us know, because he can't find it anywhere, and that's a pretty bottle there, man.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I'm back on this.
I think one thing I guess just to note what Grain to Glass is it's kind of a tri-company partnership.
Mm-hmm. They're very big on that.
The master distiller goes to Beck's Hybrid, which they're they're cultivating seeds.
Yeah.
He goes and picks a corn varietal that he thinks would grow best
in that Kentucky environment,
that central Kentucky region. He brings it to a local family farm in Kentucky, Peterson Farms, I believe.
Peterson Farms, that's right.
They grow the corn and then harvest the corn for the and then Heaven Hill uses it in their Grain to Glass.
I think I looked this up earlier. I think you might know too. I think it's 6 year. I think it's a 6 year age statement.
I believe so.
So yeah. So I feel like this will be in my wheelhouse as far as a wheated product from Heaven Hill.
Is this going to be a little weedier than the
Larceny
Barrel Proof you love so much?
I love the Larceny Barrel Proof, but I didn't love the Bernheim. I thought the problem with the Bernheim was that it was just all bread. It was all wheat, which I get it. I mean, 51%. It's a high number. What did they say about the other Grain to Glass? Didn't they say something about
put me on the damn spot?
No. Didn't they say that it's a higher rye content than their normal mash bill?
Yeah, it's higher rye than their normal rye mash bill as well. So I mean, these are going to be three. Everything in the lineup's going to be a different mash bill than your traditional mash bill lineups for their wheated bourbons like Old Fitz and Larceny Barrel Proof. Different mash bill.
Right.
Rye, different mash bill. Even the bourbon's going to have more rye content, I believe.
Which I guess on that end of I can't wait to get my hands on that one, because if it's got more rye spice, it'll kind of fall.
Are you a rye guy?
I'm a rye spice guy. That's why I like turkey, because it's got the high rye content. But
I've got the rye.
Dude, the nose on this is fantastic.
I'll let you try the rye.
The rye, the Heaven Hill one.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, if we do wind up getting our hands on the bourbon, we will do a full-on episode just ranking the three of them and scoring them.
Man,
that smells really good, doesn't it?
Brown sugar, maple.
Yeah.
You definitely get some of those bready notes.
I get cinnamon, dude.
Yeah, you get some cinnamon.
I get cinnamon, which I don't normally get on Heaven Hill. That nose is fire, dude.
That's a little hint of fruit in there.
It is. I'm in. Yeah, I like this. I like this nose a lot.
But yeah, you can. It's definitely a more decadent nose.
Yeah.
Like I said, brown sugar.
I mean, I don't know if the camera picks that up, but like the legs on it are I mean, it's viscous. Just looking at it, it's very viscous.
So just before drinking it, I have a feeling that this is going to be like, you're going to get hit with those rich notes first. Maybe some like toasted almonds, vanilla, breadiness. And I just have a feeling
I'm not getting.
we're going to get some spice on the back end.
I'm getting a little bit of the bread on the nose, but I'm getting hit with a lot of cinnamon, almost nutmeg, almost like very baking spicy. I'm a fan of this nose.
Ready to sip.
So are you? Has it opened up enough for you?
You think it'll be in 30 seconds? It'll be much different?
I don't know. Cheers.
God, were you breathing into that?
I was just exhausting.
Yeah, your glass is fogged up.
Listen, I pushed the aroma up, brother.
Pretty sure you called me out for doing that on a show once.
Doing what?
Breathing into the glass.
Then why are you calling me out on this show for it?
Because you called me out.
Damn. All right, not a copycat.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
definitely weedier.
Dude, that is larceny barrel proof on steroids.
I don't know about that.
That is that note, but it's at.
But you definitely get more breadiness on this than you do their traditional, which makes sense, obviously.
It's not over bready though, right? It's not over. Dude, what is that taste I'm getting on the finish? That finish.
I mean that initial palate is just as suspected. It's those dark, almost like a charred almond, toasted almond, charred almond, vanilla, brown sugar for sure, maybe a hint of maple syrup.
Bro, you and this maple thing. Let us sit for a few minutes.
I normally get maple on the nose.
I know. Now you're getting it on everything.
And then right mid palate, that breadiness kicks in.
I'm a fan.
And then you get those spices on the finish. And I don't know what the percent malted barley is, but I think that's responsible for some of this.
13% malt.
Okay. For some of this toastedness coming up front.
I get a lot of toasted. I get a ton of toast on this.
But it's definitely a darker.
Do you find it decadent? It's not. I don't think decadent is the word I'm looking for. It's more like it's bold. It's full. It's got a very full flavor. That's why you like. You know how I say that about the larceny barrel proof? How it's like it kind of just it hits you with a mouthful. The mouthfeel of this is fantastic.
It's definitely initially I would say it's hard for me to say decadent because it's more of a toasted note, which I guess you can consider decadent. But I do kind of get like hints of almost like a something from around a praline.
Yes,
like a praline. Which people around here will know. I don't know how
big pralines are around the country, but I know in New Orleans,
I think
a praline
delicious.
Well, I think a praline's a New Orleans thing. I think it started here.
But even now, you can start smelling.
It smells bready now. I'm a fan, dude. I like this. I definitely a buy at SRP for sure.
MSRP. I mean, that's a hefty MSRP now. It
is, especially considering it's 50 mil smaller.
It's $99 MSRP. If you like weeded, I think this is right up your alley. Because some of their traditionals, like the larceny barrel proof weeded, you don't really get that bread note on as much. You definitely get it on this.
You definitely get it on their Bernheim too.
Well,
but I feel like the Bernheim is just pure
whiskey.
bread. I feel like the Bernheim's biggest holdback is that it doesn't have the corn content that you need. Well, it's not a bourbon, but like you know what I mean. Like I like the high corn content because I think that's what sweetens the bourbons up.
I think, and chances are, if you see it, if it's an
Dude, I'm getting a little toffee on this now. On the
it's
nose.
you might get charged over MSRP on it just because I mean, at least in this area, it's extremely limited.
See if you're getting a little toffee on the nose now.
Yes.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Right after I smelled it again when we
That's crazy,
mentioned
man.
the praline taste.
Are you a fan? Would you buy this if you see it at the right price?
MSRP, yes. I'd buy it at MSRP.
So I'm guessing your tip ranking would be in the mid 70s.
I'm gonna give it a.
Because I'm up there. I'm higher than that.
I have a feeling you're gonna be higher than that.
I'm not much higher than that. I'll just tell you I'm gonna for a neck pour, I'm gonna give it.
If you're a weeded fan,
I am.
You're gonna love it.
Well, I'm gonna call this 81.
Yeah, that's higher than I would
I'm gonna give this 81, and it's got potential that when this opens up in a month, I don't know.
I'm gonna go. I'll go 79 on it.
We're in the same wheelhouse then.
Because it's. I mean, that initial palate's great.
It doesn't have that Heaven Hill.
Well, it's a totally different mash.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have that trademark Heaven Hill bite that I don't like.
I do like the. I like the kind of toasted notes, the brown sugar. I like the that kind of praline taste that you get on the initial palate, and I like how the finish you get left with some of those bacon spices.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest, I'm not a huge bready notes aren't my favorite.
That's right. You like pencil shavings.
I like oak. So I'm trying to be objective in my grading.
Right.
By saying by not docking it because it's weeded and I taste the bread note.
But I don't find the bread notes like overly there.
No,
so
it's not overwhelming.
I think they did a good job blending this. Like I think the mash bill is very good for a weeded whiskey or weeded bourbon. So
it's like a breadier Larceny barrel proof, man.
Yeah, and you know how much I like that stuff. So
I do know.
Well, guys, listen, that's a wrap for us on the Heaven Hill grain to glass weeded bourbon.
MSRP, give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. If you could find this on a shelf at SRP or around SRP, give it a shot. I don't think it's worth secondary pricing.
No, not the secondary price. It's already at like 300.
I've seen some crazy secondary prices on it. Like it's not there.
No,
it's just not there. Don't fall for that.
Save it for a master's keep.
Yeah.
A Russell's 15.
Yeah, that's
buy one of those.
Yeah, for sure. Other than that, we got some cool stuff coming, guys. We will. We do, man. We got some cool guests coming. I'm pretty excited about. We do. And guys, look, help us out. Help us.
Can't wait to find out.
Help Jeffrey find his Turkey 12, man. Because if I have to hear about it, about he can't find it anymore, I don't know what we're gonna do. So Phil, do you have something to throw at the camera to tell our audience goodbye? Do not throw that box.
Don't tell me what to throw.
Don't throw that box.
This is not gonna reach, man.
Yeah, but the box will break stuff.
Okay.
All right, cool. On that note, we guys will catch you guys on the next one. Toodles.